Interesting. Time to check in with the most powerful woman in the world. Here, Kamala Harris explains presidential elections after she's asked, why is the race so close?
Why is the race so close? These races are always close. It's the election of the President of the United States. And everyone in an election for President of the United States will critically examine all of the issues and make a decision.
Profound. I think I might just listen to that again because Kamala, she just makes you think, doesn't she? And I'm sad to report it's happened again. Another Jerry Seinfeld show in Australia has been disrupted by anti-Israeli activists. That's the third or fourth time in about a week. And each time Jerry points out to these lefties losing it, they're in the wrong place, they're only annoying people and making Jerry richer.
You want to do well like I am. Look at the people here to hear me. Look at what happened to you. It didn't work. Here's the other thing I think you need to go back and tell who's ever running your organization. We just gave more money to a Jew. That cannot be a good plan for you.
And let's enjoy this Lefties Losing It Hall of Famer. It's 2 years to the day since we were treated to this.
My choice!
Jeez.
My choice! My choice! My choice!
Wow.
My choice! My choice! My choice! My choice! My choice!
I regret to inform you that the TV studios are at it again, pushing trans and racial activism onto kids as young as 2. This is Nickelodeon.
What the hell?
The queer and trans people of colour. I can just imagine the bewildered toddlers watching that. Now, you know we can never go too long in this segment without featuring the work of the ladies of The View. Each and every episode showcases just how broken the hosts are, including the alpha female of the pack, Whoopi, who could not even bring herself to say Trump's name without spitting. Gross.
I think it would be remiss of us to not say Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Yes.
He knows how to do this. He's quite good at this. And, you know, you can't refute anything with him because he just, when I say him, I mean...
He rambles.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
But can I mention one thing?
They're so bitter, broken and miserable. Not sure why that makes me smile, but it does. But this next clip is no laughing matter. It should fill you with fear. This is Andalay Niktama, who has just been sworn in as a Member of Parliament in South Africa. And let's have a look at some of his earlier work calling for the revenge killing of white people, the murder of white South African men, women and children.
They killed one of us, we kill how many wives? We kill the children, we kill the women, we kill their dogs, we kill their cats, we kill anything that comes.
Now to a clip showing a woman in Muslim garb encouraging a couple of Western girls to give the veil a go. Yes, what a transformation. I wonder how you would go if you took a couple of shorts and crop tops to Afghanistan and encouraged the local women there to try it on for a cultural enrichment. Let's not forget women in countries like Iran are risking their lives fighting against compulsory hijab. Now, another profound bit of communication from the Veep. Here, Kamala Harris explains community banks.
So the importance of community banks is they are, as they are called, they're in the community, led by members of the community. They are people who understand the capacity of the community, the needs of the community, the culture of the community.
Did you get that? Community banks are banks, and they're also in the community.
And that won't want to be a president.
Let's have some more financial advice from the woman one geriatric heartbeat away from the Oval Office.
To aspire to create wealth is a good thing as far as I'm concerned. If that is what one chooses. I, on the other hand, have chosen to live a life of public service. But I am all for any of you get yours if that's what you want. Right?
Hilarious.
And people
that
calling
public
Trump
service, none of it good, has seen Kamala Harris.
I'm seriously, people talking about Trump being bad. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I have no skin in the game here. I voted once for Republican. I did vote for Democrats as well. I vote for the best policy. That's me. If you put forward the best argument on your policies, you'll have my vote. Well, it doesn't always work out that you stick to, you sort of put in place those policies that you promise. But let's get back to the topic here. That's Kamala. And people talk about Trump. What the hell is going on with her? She makes no sense at all with the things she's saying. And always, what's up with that laugh?
Accumulate a net worth somewhere between 7 and 15 million, according to media reports. Now let's go to some local lefties losing it. Here are the climate cultists who think they are saving the world, one blockade, one foolish protest at a time, and they've also started singing.
One more. Stop in the name of life before we break apart. Stop in the name of life. This could be our last chance before it's over. This crap is killing us. Toss it over. This coal is killing us.
Their coordination is awful.
Wow. Wow. Before you mock us in Australia too much, the Yanks have plenty of climate cranks of their own, and in recent days they've managed to disrupt a golf tournament and a congressional baseball game. Just watch these soy boys and girls go.
Excuse me.
Now, the latest scare campaign they're running against Trump is to have a bunch of activist economists suggest Trump's presidency could be disastrous for the US economy and the world. This is the same scaremongering we saw before 2016. Do they think the American people have mass amnesia? Let's hear from a woman I did not expect to be backing Trump, ARK Invest founder Kathy Wood.
Trump or Biden?
So as I've said to my children, so I have 2 girls and a boy, and they're split on this. As I've said to them, look, I am going to vote for the person who's going to do the best job for our economy. I am a voter when it comes to economics, and on that basis, Trump. I mean, So Art Laffer describes the first 3 years of the Trump presidency as the best in U.S. economic history. Not the last one because of COVID, and I would agree.
Wow.
And I went through Reaganomics too.
The first 3 years of the Trump economy were the best in US history. That was the quote there. Interesting. Also interesting is the realisation from many on the left, including Trump-deranged media types like Bill Maher, that the lawfare the Democrats have engaged in to convict Trump on nonsense charges has backfired. Here is Bill Maher with former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, Democrat naturally, confirming what we've been saying all along. These charges would have never been manufactured if Trump wasn't running.
The trial in New York, the one he got convicted for, was the greatest fundraising bonanza ever. He was lagging behind Biden, and now he's pulled quite a bit ahead. That trial was the greatest reason people had to send their checks for 5, 10, 25, whatever dollars to Donald Trump. So I was always with you on the one in New York, the hush money trial. I don't think they should have brought that one. It was just always going to look like a sex case, and people were always just going to look at it that way. So anyway.
That case, the Attorney General's case in New York, frankly, should have never been brought. And if his name was not Donald Trump, and if he wasn't running for president, I'm the former AG in New York, I'm telling you that case would have never been brought. And that's what is offensive to people. And it should be, because if there's anything left, it's belief in the justice system.
And here is Harris County Judge and an incoherent lefty losing it. Her name is Lena Hidalgo. And here she demands that no one politicizes the murder of a 12-year-old Texan child allegedly tortured and murdered by illegal immigrants. And she makes this demand while blaming Donald Trump for Biden's border crisis. Astonishing.
It hurts even more that they're being used as pawns in this fight over immigration that doesn't even exist because Biden and McConnell agree. It's just that Trump won't let him move it forward.
All due respect, Judge, you said this issue shouldn't be politicized, but by pointing the finger at former President Trump and Republicans in Congress, aren't you politicizing it?
I think I answered the question. So, yeah, I mean, this is about Jocelyn. This is about her family, and if we want to,
Judge,
as I said, talk about immigration.
You didn't answer the question. Are you politicizing this by pointing the finger at Republicans and saying it's their fault, not the fault of the Biden administration that lifted the Remain in Mexico policies?
Again, the Biden administration reached an agreement with Leader McConnell to address this, but this is not about immigration. I'm not going to feed into that.
That woman who can barely string a sentence together with contradicting herself and looking like a confused simpleton is the head of the governing body that oversees Harris County with a budget of over $4 billion. Now to a mother who claims to be a victim of lefties losing it on United Airlines. She was left stranded in San Francisco with her 16-month-old because she apparently misgendered a non-binary flight attendant.
Okay, so we were denied boarding, myself, my 16-month-old son, my mother. They took our luggage on the plane, which has my thyroid medication, which I'll be very sick without, my mother's medication. They basically said tough luck. And they won't tell me exactly what I said, but what happened, and I will tell you what happened right now. I was speaking to one of the flight attendants, got their pronouns wrong. The other flight attendant didn't like it. I said, I'm really sorry. I'm not very versed with pronouns. I was holding my son. He was having a temper tantrum. I had the car seat on my back. I wasn't really focusing on anything except getting my son's car seat on the flight and getting him comfortable and safe, and him, because now it's his nap time. You can see he's kind of fallen asleep. They're saying that it's a hate crime that I did, that I might not even be able to ever fly United. We don't even know how we're going to get back today.
Now, this is exciting, folks. Only happens about once a decade, but we've got footage of...
That's just stupid. That is just stupid, misgendering someone. What is going on with my camera? That's just ridiculous. They need to stop that. They really need to stop that. People are going to turn on the whole LGBTQ plus community. They're going to turn on them. They're going to push straight people into a wall, into a corner, and they're going to turn. These things need to stop. Misgendering. camera keep turning off.
Jon Stewart actually being funny. He's at his best when he challenges the dominant media orthodoxy, and that's precisely what he did here, taking on lefties, losing it in the mainstream media over a disturbing image that is too violent and dehumanising to show on television.
In our editorial discussions this morning, we were asked not to show the image from this video because of its violent and disturbing nature.
Video, which we are intentionally choosing not to show you.
We're not going to show because of how disturbing it is.
I was extremely disturbed to see this.
Horrible, horrible, violent imagery.
Violent and dehumanizing imagery.
We're only going to show you a clip of this briefly.
All right, that's enough. Let's take it down.
This has got to be devastating. News channels show images from Ukraine, from Gaza, from natural disasters. They get through them dispassionately. I can't imagine how devastating this footage must be.
Former President Donald Trump shared a video, this one, on his Truth Social account featuring an image of President Joe Biden hogtied on the back of a pickup truck.
That's what was so disturbing and dehumanizing. You wouldn't show it on television.
People are just drama queens.
An airbrushed Biden decal on the back of a truck. Aren't you the same networks that show reruns of 9/11 every year?
Yep, just earlier this month, much of the media in the US had an absolute meltdown about an obviously doctored image, a meme basically on the back of a pickup truck. Can't imagine why people have lost trust in the media. Even Jon Stewart has lost faith.
It's a doctored image, but it's plastered on the tailgate of the pickup truck. So if you're driving behind it, it would appear as if Joe Biden were actually restrained on the vehicle's flatbed.
That's just stupid.
If you think that's really Joe Biden tied up on the back of the pickup truck, I don't know that you have the mental acuity to be operating a motor vehicle.
Now, let's, with the help of AI, look at how CNN would love to conduct the presidential debate.
I'd like to set the ground rules to this debate. First off, Biden is allowed to speak whenever he wishes. We will have commercial breaks whenever Biden feels the urge so that his needs can be taken care of. This may or may not include naps, energy boosts, or a snack such as ice cream. On the other hand, Trump is not allowed to speak unless spoken to, and if he interrupts Joe speaking, we're automatically going to deduct 10 points from Trump and Dore. As the hall moderator of this debate, I can call it off at any moment and declare it a complete victory for Biden. Where did Trump go? He was just here.
That's it for me.
And that was from your girl Rita. Rita always bring it hard, man. Lefties losing it, and that was a great segment. Apologies for the camera keep. I don't know. I got something short in one of my connections. Got to go check that out. But yeah, I think the Democrats need to. Some of these stuff are very worrying. The behaviors and the mindset from the Democrats. You could see how standing on the other side, looking in, how it appears. Just as the Democrats would have you think the Republicans, people wearing the MAGA hats, they're crazy. They're loony bins. They're uneducated. These people are from the sticks or the bushes or the back of civilization, right? In America. Trailer park, whatever, all the things, the stereotypical, derogatory stuff that you could blast MAGA people with. You will see them in clips and in videos similar to this. They will never show you the educated people who are supporters of Trump, right? But this is good. This gives a really great balance from someone who is, I guess she's conservative, looking in at how the Democrats behaves. And so Lefties losing it, man. Hope you enjoyed this segment. Please give me a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. Help me grow this channel. Appreciate your support. And again, I apologize. Something is going bad with my camera. I need to fix it. See you in the next one.